Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome along to episode number 168 of the Studio Arts Q&A Live. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
Got too dizzy yet?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad, actually.
Good. You are all very welcome to our weekly dust up on the interwebs. There's a lot to get through tonight, a lot of new toys, which is always exciting. But thus far, there's 23 people in the room. Amazing. How on earth did that happen so quickly? Lots going on this week. But Mr. Drew, it is tradition for me to ask, what have Yao been up to this week?
I've got a new amp this week, which I'm going to show. I did the. Did I show the Chapman guitar last week?
Yes, you did. Yes.
So the video comes out that tomorrow.
Nice.
We released a video for Dennis Cornell interview video part one. What? So maybe the audience can tell us, why aren't people watching it? What is wrong with that video? What makes people not want to click on that video?
Well, 2,000 people have watched it.
That's really low compared to what we normally get.
That is true.
So
because hasn't got a clickbait title like "Amp Genius Reveals Secret to All Valve Amps" or something like that.
Yes, something like that. What else? Yes, we've got new amps. Should we do amps now, or should we do amps in a minute?
Let's do amps in a bit.
What have you been up to?
So I also have a new amp, which is very exciting. Over the weekend or pre-weekend, Gregoire and I went over to sunny Nuneaton, which is nearly Birmingham in my world, to play a little show.
Oh, look at that!
And look, there's the logo.
What logo? Oh, the studio. Oh, it's up there somewhere.
It's up there somewhere. So it's a variety show with a twist, and it was very cool. We had a good time.
Nice one. So how many people were there?
In the audience?
Yes,
about 100.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Not a huge gig, but he's videoed it, and it will go out on the YouTube and all that sort of stuff. Really good show. Really good fun.
Fantastic.
And then obviously,
what sort of songs you play? You're playing with Greg.
So we were the house band
with the bassist or not?
No, just the two of us plus my laptop.
Ah, okay.
And we played all the acts on and off and stuff, and did some bits and pieces. But the three big numbers in the show were all from The Greatest Showman, so it was good.
God, I'm glad I didn't have to work on that, because that would take a bit of time.
It was good. It worked out all right.
There's some great tunes on Great Showman.
There's some great. So the closing number was the really fast, funky one. That was all right. Come Alive. Really good. Good to play.
Yeah, good tunes that.
So we did that, and then this week has been. I've been doing a video that will probably also come out tomorrow for Javi Talks Tech, and some other stuff with Antelope and various other partners I'm working with. So yeah, busy week.
Nice,
and then tomorrow I've got a gig where I'm doing sound for 2 DJ sets, but it's on the 19th and 30th floor of some building in South London. So
have you got to take gear?
Yes.
Oh God.
That is that. But I'm getting it's a good payer. It's a good payer because it's on the X number of floors.
Whereabouts in London is it?
9 Elms, so Vauxhall.
Okay, so parking's not horrendous around there.
I've got parking sorted. That's all. But my first thing was: is there a lift? And what's parking? Yes, we've sorted parking. Yes, there is a lift.
God, I tell you what, that's the only reason that I think if I got a phone call now and someone said, right, we've got a gig in Park Lane,
it would be no, unless you've sorted me parking in the hotel car park. It would be no.
Even then, it's a shit show, isn't it? I hate playing like that. Anyway,
it's pointless. But yeah, lots going on, which is all good. We'll get to the new amps and the new stuff for us shortly. I've bought a couple of bits and pieces. But yeah, let's get into some questiones, shall we?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Boom.
Mr. Cook, he says, happy Thursday morning from Brisbane. It's going to be a pleasant spring day, top of 35 degrees, 95 Fahrenheit. Hope everyone's well. It is turned to Oh my! How bad is the weather at the moment here?
Well, I'm still trying to keep the shorts out but I mean, it's absolutely whatting it down outside, and the kids got soaked as they come in from school and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, yeah, autumn has definitely come with a bump now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just like all in one day. It's just gone. Boom.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, Jeff. Johnny Love, Jeff Cook, we're between 14 and 18 in the northwest of England, mate. I think autumn's landing. Definitely is.
Definitely.
Daniel says, good evening, Rats, from a sunny and pleasant North Carolina. By the way, it does rain here, but usually on the weekend. Dodgy Guitarist, good evening, Rats, and all. I hope everyone is well. Autumn definitely landed in the northeast. In fact, pretty much had all 4 seasons. Yeah, it's rubbish.
Sounds like a song to me.
Mr. Mox.
Hey, pets in the room.
Midweek romp is here yet again. It sure is.
I'm not sure whether it's a good thing or a bad thing that our Wednesday night gathering marks, the charging through of the year.
The what?
It's like all of a sudden it's September, and I remember thinking, "Well, this year's taking a real long time. We're in March, and it's like, wow, bang, boom, and all that sort of stuff."
I want spring again.
Mm.
Johnny Love, come this afternoon. I'll probably be happy to swap places.
Yeah, it sounds pretty warm.
Mendel says, evening, all. Glad we are here again to catch up with What's New. Mississippi Blues, evening, all. New gear day. Oh, a Paletti. Love 112 P90s. Love it. Do you guys have any experience with Paletti guitars? Is that what he's got there?
Yes. So interestingly,
definitely is.
And I haven't really spoken to you about this, but on the way to Birmingham, I went to pick Greg up, and on the way from Greg to Birmingham, we stopped off at a music shop that I'd not been to called Music Street in Huntingdon. And they are the UK's biggest PRS dealer. And they also have sort of high-end Fenders and Gibsons and stuff. But they also have Paletti. Oh, I do like a lot.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like on the Strats is that little extra bit of the scratch plate.
I know what you mean, but the Strats looked amazing. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they do some really nice ones. They do some really nice ones, and they do some really blingy ones. I think
we've been invited up with cameras and stuff, and stuff to. They're also a matchless dealer as well. So we've been invited up to go through their matchless order when it comes in and play through some guitars and make some content and stuff.
Okay, nice.
Which could be good fun.
Nice. Yes, yeah, Paletti's nice guitars. I played a couple. Thought they're really good. Really good.
Yummy.
Nice guitars. Chip Shepherd, evening all from very autumnal Lincolnshire. Funky Bass, evening all. Really enjoyed the Dennis Cornell interview. Oh, there we go. Someone did. Cheers, Funky. Yep.
Part 2 to follow soon this week, next week.
Part 2s normally do less than part 1, don't they? So yeah, a bit. It's one of those things.
Yes. Johnny
Love, the Cornell Verb was right up my street. Love proper amp engineers. Talk about their amps. Cheers, Johnny. Mississippi. Oh, you watched the Cornell video. Very entertaining. Good. Oh, that's nice.
Awesome. Well, Greg's in.
Gregor's in. He said, evening. I hope everyone has been excellent to each other. I thought the Dennis video was awesome, though I'm more interested to hear the 2 amps you lads have subsequently purchased. Nick Torres, he says, evening, Rax, your approach to dialing in great clean tone. Is that of an edge of breakup one, right? Do you mostly achieve this through the amp's master volume? Yes, I would say so. I was like a little bit of a breakup. And the master volume, I think it just depends on the amp. Some amps don't have a master volume. I'm trying to think of
this one. The one next to me doesn't have a master volume.
The one I've got sort of has a master volume. Has a master volume on one channel. So I guess it all depends on the amp. It really does depend on the amp. Sometimes it's preamp gain, sometimes it's master. Volume. Master volume tends to sort of thicken stuff up a little bit.
Yeah, because you get those power amp tubes cooking, and that's where your tone is.
A lot of the tone is there. David Ashcroft, evening all from sunny Cyprus. 25 here this evening. Nice.
Very pleasant.
Nice telly he's got there. Funky bass. Not enough people know who Dennis Cornell is, sadly. He's a truant wizard. Do they know people? Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe he's never really hit the mainstream.
No.
I think everyone knows. I mean, I thought everyone would know who you know. You always see Cornell amps about, even on eBay and stuff, and in shops and stuff.
And auctions and stuff.
Yeah. Gary, he says, I've given up on amps and just use a Helix now. I am silent stage and all that. Nice one, mate. Yeah, it's a great way to go. Often I use a XFX and IEMs and love it that way. Sebman, hello from Nashville. Hi, Sebman. Chris Williams, evening, guys. Evening, Chris. I bet Seb's a great player. Everyone from Nashville's a great player, aren't they?
Yeah.
Soapforge, I scored a sweet old PV 2x12 cab with British-made vintage 30s for $60 at a pawn shop.
Oh, nicely done.
Is it a furry cab? Is it the old furry cab one?
Amazing.
The old PV fur. The question is in the cab, it has isolation on the walls. Leave it or rip it out. Thanks. Leave it.
Leave it. Definitely.
Leave it. Lots of amps have, mainly bass amps actually have cotton wool. It's to stop
the material vibrating. It's not to do the whole kind of internal acoustic treatment thing, although it does do a little bit of that on the top end. It's mainly to stop vibrations of the walls of the cab.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, leave it, mate.
Definitely.
Also, Geddon, the Dennis Cornell video was brilliant. We should treasure humble geniuses like him. Looking forward to part 2. Oh, nice one. Cheers, audio.
That's Geddon. A really big morph, isn't it?
It's a monster morph. Nabs, hello, mate. He says, hello, rats. I enjoyed the Cornell interview. When will part 2 be ready? It is ready. It might go out maybe Monday. I might put it out next Monday.
Yeah.
Because
give that one a little while to cook.
I've got that Chapman video going out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I need to finish that. And then, yes. Walter, he says, hello, boy from Florida, USA.
Florida.
Vinny the Axe. What's up, gents? Just checking in. Hi, Vinny. Hope you're well. Pet says, I enjoyed the Cornell interview. Cornflakes pending part 2. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's a point, actually. I'm missing a piece of news. At whose guitar was it? Where are we? Looking at Walter's guitar. Ned says, good evening. I must share something personal. I feel a bit sad now. I found that I don't need any more gear and that things I might buy is expensive pedals like the Black Hole Symmetry. I don't think that's
not sad. It's a lie to yourself.
I think you're right. I mean, I don't need anything else.
It's funny. I think you and I have been talking about this and my sort of gear collection and stuff. And I'm a bit like you did a few years ago. I'm paring down to quality up.
Right.
If that makes sense. So, I don't need 3 Telecasters. I need a Telecaster. So I might as well sell a couple to then put into money for something else. Guitars I'm not playing. So finally this week, the PRS Swamp Ash special has gone.
Nice.
Various other bits and pieces are finally going, or things are on eBay. So yeah,
nice
guitars and things that have just not been touched. Stuff that I've bought and gone. Do you know what? Don't need that. Don't need that in my life. So
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Flogging some things on to get better, just to free up some cash, free up some space as well.
Yeah.
And look for the next round of whatever's.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that as well because I'm playing that Black Strat more than anything at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Things change.
But yeah, you're right. The better pedals are definitely more dough. That seems to be the case.
Well, the great thing about a pedal is that it's you can go and buy. They're not cheap pedals, or good good quality pedals aren't cheap, but you can still go and buy one a month if you know funds allow. It's not like going out and buying a $3,000 guitar, is it?
And they don't take up a vast amount of space.
No, they don't. Rumi says, "Good day, rats. I finally figured out what edge of breakup tone really sounds like. I bought a few new pedals, and the sound of my wife saying, 'Oh, more pedals.' Haunting mids, fellows. Cheers." Yeah. Edge of breakup. It's
no, mate. He's being funny.
Was that haunting mids? Go on. Yeah, you have to
no, it's the edge of breakup.
I see. Now, am I being slow, or are you?
My wife saying, "Oh, more pedals." It's the edge of breakup, not the.
I see. It's just the fact, but yeah, okay, it's all good. It's great. Right. A bit slow today.
It's all right. Don't worry. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's funny. The whole edge of breakup thing. I've played with players like you who get it and use it really well, and then I've tried to do it myself and go, oh, do you know what? It's just not me. And then all of a sudden I've worked it out, and it's all dynamics on your right hand.
Exactly what it is. Exactly. So you can clean up dynamics. And you can get more out of it. Yeah. Just exactly. It's exactly.
Or if you is left-handed, you're left-handed.
Absolutely.
At this point.
Mr. Moxie, thank you, sir. He said, a songwriting dilemma. Given my preference for the acoustic and playing bass and melody simultaneously, I find that when I craft vocal melody on top, it always pales in comparison. Thoughts, ideas. Oh, that's interesting. So let me just read that again. A songwriting dilemma. Given my preference for the acoustic and playing bass and melody simultaneously, I find that when I craft a vocal melody on top, it always pales in comparison.
I think what you're finding there, Pat, is if you're playing the melody, the part, like the chordal part, the filling in bit, and the bass all at the same time, there's too much going on. And that's why your vocal melody is not sitting on top.
I couldn't agree more. So, yes, even when you have a listen to someone like
James Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, I'd even say John Mayer to a certain extent.
Yeah.
When they're singing the melody, they're laying back on that melodic part that they were playing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Slow Dancing in the Burning Room is a classic example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
even actually Joe Bonamassa's acoustic stuff is, you know, when he's playing.
I don't know any of that.
Lovely, really lovely.
Yeah, he's getting there, isn't he, Joe Bonamassa? He's pretty damn good. Ned says, Rumi lol. Rich Switzer, hello from South Flow Rider. Ben Allmark, welcome, Rich. I think it's a new name. Ben Allmark. I bought a Rev D20 amp. Oh, nice. It's one of a cabinet. I do have lots of combos. Bose L1s and Focal studio monitors. What do you suggest I run it through?
Well, because the D20's got a thingy output, a
2 notes torpedo output.
Yes, you could run it straight out into your mixer or into your interface and then run it in your studio monitors. You could do that. Or if you've got a combo that's got like from the amp, from the head part of the combo into the speakers, you could just plug it out and plug it into your D20.
Do you want to plug straight into the Wi-Fi as opposed to being on?
I was thinking that. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. 1 sec.
Okay, he might disappear for a second. I'll give my opinion. Yeah, I would definitely do the same.
There I am.
Here he is. He's back. I would definitely do the same as James if you haven't got a cabinet. And even so, you might want to record through the D20. The D20 is great. I didn't use the actual the 2 notes torpedo load box of it because I've got the 2 notes torpedo studio, and for some reason it does sound different. I don't know why, but I can definitely recommend a couple of their IRs to buy. They're really good. So if you know more about that sort of stuff, let us know, and I'll turn on the 2 notes and go through what I always use, because I literally just use one sound out the two notes and that's it. And that's the sound.
If it ain't broke.
Absolutely. And again, there's all that paralysis. What's it? Option paralysis.
Option paralysis, yeah.
There's too much going on. Ned, quality is up exactly the point I've reached recently when it comes to my gear acquisition. I can have less gear but high quality because I found my thing. Yeah, I think that's right. I think people should have better gear, just less of it. Stuff that you love. Stuff that you just, there's no point in having 15 guitars if you're just like, oh, do you know what? I really want to Fender Custom Shop.
Yeah.
And you've got you've got that in 15 guitars. Go and get the Custom Shop. Go and sell those guitars. Johnny Love. I remember Dave Friedman saying once or twice that speaker cabs can sound great without any toeless covering, as it's mildly dampens the sound. Maybe try it one day. Oh, nice. Well, the cab that my new amp is definitely covered in something unusual. We'll show that in a minute.
Faux fur. What's that line from the Blues Brothers? Murph and the Magic Tones speakers being covered in thick red shag.
Also, Geddon one. If you can only have one guitar, one pedal, and one amp, but something you've never played before, what would you choose? Oh, so something you've never played. One pedal, one amp, something you've never played before. What would you choose?
I would choose a real 335 into a Klon, a real one, a Klon Centaur, into a Bogner Ecstasy.
My God, that is
because I want all three right now.
Combination of guitars I think and amp and pedal that I've ever heard.
Yeah,
it's like he's bought like I mean, I know a 335 is not a jazz guitar, but it's more jazz than say anything else. And then you go into a Klon, which is like a blues thing, into like a metal amp. It's just like the most. I would have something I've never played before. I don't know. I've pretty much played everything, I think. Do you know what I really fancy? And I know I have played one. I have played one, so I'm gonna have to just
get out on a technicality. Yeah.
The PRS hollow body 2.
Yeah.
So that's sort of 335.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I played one once in Belgium actually, and it was absolutely incredible. It sounded amazing. So one of them pedal, but you played a Klon, so there. So you've.
Oh yeah, I suppose I have, haven't I? Yeah, you're right, I have.
One pedal. And I'm going to go big. I'm going to go big on the pedal. I'm going to go, even though I've tried Axe Effect, I haven't tried an FM9. I'll have an FM9.
All right.
So my one pedal and one amp. I'd have I don't know. I've tried everything. Some sort of match this, I guess, that I haven't tried. Something like that.
Nice. We like that. We like that a lot.
Drag on. He's almost missed it. Jamming on my Spark. Still using some of your presets with my Every 52 telepool. Oh, nice, mate. Have a great week, guys. And to you. Jeff says, do you use expression pedals at all? I'm thinking about getting one for doing MIDI magic, although I know that MIDI isn't your thing. I don't use expression pedals. Occasionally, I'll use an expression pedal as a volume pedal.
Yeah.
I don't really do like big effects. Why does my camera keep going out of focus? Effects sort of swirls and stuff. So no, don't normally use them. Although, yes, they're really useful. And I tend to find that with MIDI, you end up spending more time programming stuff than actually playing.
Yes. Yeah. Really useful for live shows, though.
Yeah.
What for? If you're in a theatre show or whatever, and it's all triggered and stuff. Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Evan Ward, Paul McCartney. He's one of the Beatles. I'm trying to think of the.
Please don't say he's. No, surely not.
No, he's too healthy. He'll outlive all of us, mate.
No, it would have been.
No, that would have been big news.
Oh, God, dear, I nearly had heart failure then. Which
Evan,
is
you might need to elaborate a bit on that. Jeff, speaking of edge of breakup, which expression pedal do you think Heather might like for her first? I would go and get. Hey, Boss does a nice Bluetooth MIDI one. Get her that.
She'll love that. That'll go really well with your amp and your guitar.
Yeah, no, you've been generous. Sent of a wheelchair. Hello, mate. He says, sneaking a peek from the office. First week back in 3.5 years. Wow. Have you guys ever had a typical 8 to 5 job? No, never. I've been pretty much a musician since I was about 18, 19. So apart from a little mad stint as a bailiff, but that's another story.
I think all my office jobs have always been sort of slightly music related. So I worked at Sibelius for 6 years.
So that's 9 to 5.
10 till 6.
10 till 6. Okay.
Yeah, musicians hours. And I worked at TSC for many years selling. Well, actually, I only worked there for a year, believe it or not, just long enough to get my staff discount.
Nice. There you go.
And then rinse the place. But yeah, that was enough.
Ben says, thanks, gents. Cheers, Ben. Nabs, teach the Andertons Ventera 2 demo, and they look and sound very fetching. Any chance they might demo a telly soon? Yeah, it's funny that the amount of Fender videos that I've done, all of them like ultra complimentary. It's funny that Fender are just, well, we're not on Fender's radar at all, or they're just not interested. It's funny that, even some smaller channels, and there are actually smaller channels in ours, sometimes they get them, and it's bizarre. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder what Fender doesn't like about us.
Don't know.
I don't like my big head.
I've got a mate who worked at Fender, whether he still does or not.
Right.
Well, I say mate, or a friend of a friend sort of scenario who I could get in touch with. But yeah, let me have a dig around.
Mr. Abraham, he says, evening all feeling a bit tonight, but he's here. Well, mate, all you got to do is sit down, have a couple of that. What's that stuff he was drinking last time? That slush puppy. No, slush puppy cordial, whatever he drinks, and relax.
That sounds revolting.
Romy, why don't more folks see amps and modelers as complementary tools? Okay. I pair my HX stomp with an amp. I use it for delay and reverb. The stomp also serves as a DI backup live. I use analog drives. Nice.
Sounds like great idea.
I think probably a lot of guitarists probably see individual. If you're an amp, if you're a purist, I think guitarists like, if you're a purist sort of guitar player, they like individual pedals and things as opposed to everything being in one thing. The only thing about modelers and multi effects and that sort of stuff is if you don't like the delays or the reverbs in it, you're sort of stuck with that. While with individual pedals, you can go and find exact thing that you want, like you are doing with your analog drives, I guess.
Yeah, finding some stuff that I really like, and I mean, I've got a few now, and there's a few that I think my pedals. I don't think you ever sell pedals. I don't think I ever have. I don't think I've gone, oh, I'll replace that with that, because there's always a place for that. I don't know, unless you got a TS9 and you've got a better TS9, I suppose.
Yeah, you need to get some more. You need to get some better pedals.
Yeah, probably right. In time. Let's wait till the next auctions come around.
Yeah. So, Forge, do you guys have a current favourite reverb pedal? I just got a hand-wired amp from a local builder, Dr. Z Carmen Gear Clone. Ooh,
nice.
But it doesn't have reverb. What's the reverb flavour of the day right now? I really struggle with reverbs, and if the amp hasn't got built-in reverb, hasn't got a spring, I really struggle with it, to be honest, because unless it's got a really good effects loop, which loads of amps haven't.
Mm-hmm.
What I tend to do is to record the amp and then have reverb after that, after the recording. So whether that be microphones or whether that be a load box or something like that.
I would say for me, it's not even reverb. It's delay is way more important for me than reverb.
Really? That's
yeah. I can live without reverb. I can't live without delay.
Oh, see, I like delay. I don't think I could live without reverb.
Interesting.
See, reverb, it's just, yeah, it's weird.
I think that pretty much proves Pet's point on the next comment.
The different tastes and preferences you both have are what makes the show. Love Paul's reaction to James's choice of gear, etc. Comedy. Because he hasn't got any taste. That's the whole point.
I'm a drummer when all said and done.
Yeah.
At this point,
Mr. Shepherd, he said, thank you very much, mate. He says, I seem to have developed a triplet ghost strum while changing chords. If you understand Lennon-esque correct, just accept the way I play. That's funny because I have something like that as well. When I play something, and it's normally I have like an initial downstroke, I think just to set the tempo of my wrist.
Yeah.
And I tend to do that. So yes, I know exactly what you mean, Shep. It's a nasty habit that I've got to work on.
Okay.
Rich Switzer, he said, James, I'd like to go back in time on a video you did on I Said Radar Studio. Wow. That was a long time ago. Did that even work, that thing? Would you guys recommend one today?
So the Radar Studio was basically a IZ radar in a custom frame that also ran Windows. And so what you could do is you could have a Windows machine and either run your DAW and have it access the radar IO, which still sounds beautiful. You know, it's the very best you can get in my opinion of converters and A to D and all that sort of stuff. Or you could boot it up as a conventional radar and have a 24-track tape machine effectively. The only problem was, and I can say this without fear of getting into trouble, they were a very challenging company to work with. The machine itself, it was like being in the room with a space shuttle taking off. It was a mite loud. One of the fans whined so badly you couldn't have it in the same room as you were recording in. And a conventional PC with a half decent IO card or box was cheaper, a lot cheaper.
That's the thing. So would you recommend it today?
No.
There you go.
Because IZ have actually, as a company, I think have gone. Somebody bought Radar because everyone assumed for a long time that Radar was actually part of the tape manufacturer. No, sorry, tape deck, tape player, reel-to-reel company, whose name I've totally forgotten.
Don't worry.
It was part of them, but it wasn't. It's always been IZ, and they were challenging. Great technology for the time, but yeah, that was a long time ago. That I gave that box back
years ago.
And then they tried to hit me up for 1,700 quid worth of customs fees.
Amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Evan Ward, the Soap Ward, I would recommend the Keeley Abbey chamber reverb. Nice.
To be honest, if you're after a really good reverb pedal, the Hall of Fame, TC Electronic Hall of Fame reverb is really, really good.
Yeah, I think, okay, so let's talk about that just quickly. I think, so, yes, James is right. If you're on a budget, TC Hall of Fame in either guise is fantastic. It's a really good sounding pedal. My favourite reverb pedal is the Delverb, which is the UA, Universal Audio. They also do a golden reverberator, which is really good as well. That they're actually my favourite reverbs. I've got loads of reverb pedals and things, and I'd always go back to those ones.
I've only got one, and you know what? You'd hate it, but I really like it.
Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is.
Hang on a
I'm
sec.
sorry, viewers. I'm sorry about this. Please don't tell me.
Right. You'd hate it for what it is, but I actually really like it as a pedal. It's really good. It's a really good pedal.
Come back.
It's really good.
For that, that's happening.
No, it's really it's really good. Back on your own side. It's really good. It was like about 25 quid on one of the auctions, and it wasn't even what I wanted on the auction. It was brilliant. It should sound like a bag of spanners, but it sounds great.
Right, Centre for Wheelchair Pillow. Only 22 thumbs up. Can we get 65 at least? Cheers, Centre for Wheelchair Pillow. Yes, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. You won't believe how much it helps. If you don't like it, please don't. But if you like what we're doing and you like the channel and stuff, it really, really does help. Thank you very much. John he says, looks like my Luke goes tomorrow. Oh, the guitar player School of Rock and Steely Dan tribute band. Tried it and loves it. Nice one. His missus plays with the Aussie Pink Floyd show.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I'd like a Luke. I'd still like a Luke.
Yeah, I need to find that because there's got released today and I need to find that. So are you all right just while I find...
Yep, I'll do the next one because I can speak to the next one. The Soap Forge says, "How do I convince my drummer to stop insisting we play so much country?" I don't know what sort of band you are, because if you don't want to play country, then that's fine. Play less country. Put a couple of Steely Dan tracks in the set. That'll keep him busy, or her.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually.
Give them something to do. Or what they're actually saying is maybe you've given them too much to do already, so all they want to do is sit down and go for 25 minutes. In that case, maybe some ZZ Top might be the way forward.
Oh my god, this is shocking. Okay. No, sorry. No, I'm not talking about what you're talking about. I'm trying to find the new Luke guitars and stuff, and all I'm getting is a 404 from Ernie Ball's website.
Oh, awesome!
Great on the day of release of a new guitar.
Yes, lovely.
Says, did either of you ever consider becoming a session musician? Watched a doc about the Wrecking Crew recently. Sounded like a great gig. Yeah, I did lots of that sort of stuff. I think you've got to be someone that is constantly coming up with new ideas and stuff, and you've got to have more ideas than I think. So if you got someone like Steve Lukather, though, who had all the ideas and all the talent, that's a dream. If you're someone that's got all the ideas and not so much talent, that's great because there's lots of parts and lots of ideas coming. And if you're someone that's a great player with no ideas, that's a complete waste of
time. As a drummer, Porcaro is a legend, you know.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm honest, I need an audience too much to just be a session guy. But there is definitely something to be said for, you know, you've got a session at 2 or 3, whatever. You're on stage at 10, you know, and you can do both, and that's the ideal world, isn't it?
Mm.
As a single musician, that works. As soon as families and stuff get in the mix, sessions become what you want to do. But I think you have to have done your chops in both worlds. I don't know many session players who haven't played live or don't play live.
No.
At this point.
Cheers, William. He said, good evening, Paul and James. Both of you are a fan of Steve Lukather's guitar playing. Any plans for an interview with him? Regards, William. I'd love to.
I'd love to.
Maybe when we're over in Zoom, we'll see if we can sort something out.
Steve knows him.
Does he? Oh, he would do, wouldn't he? Of course he would. Yeah.
See if we can hook something up there, because that would be a bit ace.
I'm gonna go back. Yeah, Steve Lukather's my favourite. I mean, he's such a great guitar player.
Nice guy, great sense of humour. You know, off the chart player.
Absolute loon.
Yeah, but I think that comes from years on the road. Again, classic case of session player, amazing, and also plays live and does his thing.
Yeah, he's an incredible musician.
Hmm?
He's just absolutely amazing. I found it at last.
Cool. Michael Vanderhoff says, "Evening, guys. Purism is a dead end. Just buy what works for you." Yep. Again,
Absolutely.
I think you can. I think you can have too much stuff. You know, definitely. I've got to that stage, and I need to find a load of stuff as well that still hasn't made its way out of the loft or out.
You need a custom shop Strat. I hate to be snobby about this, but let me give my preference on what I would like. Custom shop Strat, custom shop Telly, custom shop Les Paul, everything else.
And a 335 for me.
Oh, okay. You know, that's a good shout.
No, 4 guitars to take over the world.
Yeah. Do anything with that lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a fancy 335.
Again.
Yeah, mine. I mean, it was a 335, but it wasn't.
It wasn't a real one.
No, it was a real one. It was.
I know it was, but it wasn't a
traditional
cherry red. It wasn't a cherry red one, was it? Let's face it.
Yeah.
The only problem I'd have, and this is an honest answer to why I've got more guitars than just the ones I cherish, is when I do have bands in, I don't mind them playing the ones that aren't necessarily the most expensive.
I used to go into. Do you remember have you ever been in the studio State of the Arc in Richmond?
Yeah.
So, mate, you can go in there and you can just, or what's the place in Holland that,
Visilord.
Yeah, in Visilord as well. You can honestly go into any one of those studios and just pick up a 50 Strat, 60 Strat.
Yeah, but the people who book those places are normally players like you or better.
Oh, I see. Well,
those players don't necessarily come here.
Oh, I see. No,
you
don't want that. You definitely don't want like someone that doesn't know what they're doing with a nice expensive instrument.
Exactly. So while yes, I do have some nicer instruments, it's not on the not in the thousands of pounds territory, but some of my stuff's well into 4 figures now. Those ones tend to stay on the shelf when bands that I think I'd rather you didn't destroy that come in.
Yeah, but your drum kit's set up permanently.
Yeah, but they don't play that kit.
Oh.
And a lot. If I know a punk band's coming in or whatever,
you're going to remove that, aren't you? Yeah.
No, you bring your own, mate. You bring your own cymbals. Yeah, I don't care if it's like dustbin lids. That's not my fault.
Yeah. Jonathan says, "Bloody big spider just ran in the bathroom while I was typing." Why are you typing in the bathroom, mate? Oh, I see. He's on the. Yes. Have you tried the eating toilet? It's nice to be thought. So that's a nice thought. So someone's sitting on the crapper watching us.
Yeah.
No, I haven't tried the H90. Have you tried the H90 yet?
It's basically 2 H9s, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I've tried the H9 and was like, I want one of these, and then I looked and went, oh, the one I want's twice as much as the bare bones one.
Yeah, I haven't even. I don't think I've tried an H9. I'm trying to think if I have. Let alone the H90. Nice though. Yeah, I would like one. Great effects. Michael says my favourite effects are fuzz and phaser. OD you can have from the amp. There we go. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, should we do amps? Should we do amps now?
Yeah, if you like. After you.
I've got left this thing, have I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow, chicka, wow, wow! Look at that covering.
Look at that. It be suede. It's
it be Dumble. No, it's not.
Well, no, it's an amplified nation, ampliphonics and gain. So it's a Dumble channel,
right?
And it's a plexi channel.
Ooh,
with reverb. And yes, and
nice.
Really, I mean, the build quality of this amp is just bonkers. It's just really nicely built and stuff, and it's sort of classic sort of Dumble design sort of stuff. Really good.
Nice. Presumably all hand wired and all the normal point to point, yada yada yada.
Yeah, got valves and everything. It has
valves.
Real
Was it
ones.
from the 50s?
I know, real ones. Yes. So
What does it smell like?
it smells like. It smells a bit suede. New pair of shoes. Yes. So yeah, I picked up secondhand. We're doing some. I'm starting to do some tone captures on it. I don't know if it's a keeper or not. I don't know yet, but I would have thought it's probably going to be then passed on to get the next thing.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants it, let me know.
Well, once they've seen the video, they'll know if they want it because they'll have heard it.
Yes, it's John Mayer clean tone, and sort of it's filthy. The dirty channel's filthy, so it's really versatile.
Nice.
Yes.
You want me to lift mine now, don't you?
Well, you can do if you want.
Oh my God. Right. Do hold. Let me wheel it over. I'd like to thank.
There it is.
It's a Fender concert.
So this is the Rivera era, and that's in really nice.
The Rivera era, hand wired, point to point, tuba 10.
Are you sure it's point to point?
Yeah. It's a beauty.
Are you sure it's point to point?
It's one of the last era last Fender hand wired amps.
Wow, I didn't know they were hand wired. That's amazing.
It is stunning. I mean, it's bloody loud.
Yes. What is it? What is it?
I think they're 65, 60, I think.
Nice.
But it's mint.
Yeah.
It's 82, 83, we think. Twin channel, but not really, if you know what I mean. It's got a filth channel, but so far I've managed. Yeah, it'll crunch up, but it's not terribly pleasing. But before it crunches up, it fattens up and does that whole kind of sort of soft amp compressy thing, which sounds really nice. But the clean channel is clean all the way up to 10. It's amazing.
Wow.
So
can't get any breakup on it.
Not on the clean channel. It does into
an attenuator yet?
Not yet, no.
Ah, okay. I bet you'd be able to get some drive.
It sounds great. It sounds really good.
Nice, great.
And I went down to sunny Wimbledon yesterday to pick it up and chatted for a long time with its previous owner and went through loads of stuff, and he's got some good fun stuff. He's probably going to come up and do some videos up here with me and maybe bring a band up and do a session and stuff. So could be a lot of fun.
Nice. Very nice.
Can I talk about the other thing that I bought this week?
Oh, yeah, go on.
All right. Now, sometimes my musicality and my knowledge of harmony and things like that lets me down.
Okay.
And we've probably all seen, and there's a video coming of this, the MIDI chord pack videos.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I thought, well, okay, I'll buy into it. I'll spend a tenner on 10,000 chords and stuff because my keyboard playing's not great, and if I can just get some harmony ideas and work it. Anyway, but then I thought, okay, it's all very well knowing what chords go where, or drag these chords in, great, make some rhythms out and play some weird synth noises, whatever. But how do you know what goes together, what works? And my knowledge of theory is appalling. So I saw this on Facebook. And it's basically gives you a starting point for what chords work with what keys.
Genius. That is brilliant. Oh, great.
And say for someone who is not necessarily musically, I know my onions when it comes to what makes up chords and extensions and stuff. But just to get me going in the right direction and drag stuff in and start messing around, I thought that was really clever.
How much was that?
I think it was about £6 plus £3 shipping.
That's brilliant. What a great thing.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, give you your root, fourth, fifth, relative minors, just to get you going as a starting point.
That's really good.
That's very cool. Do you know what? I thought you'd hate that.
No, I think that's brilliant.
Really, really cool. So there's a video on that coming, how it works with, just getting creative and stuff.
No, yeah, brilliant. That's a really good thing.
Wow. Where did we get to? We got to there. We got to there. Right. Let's carry on. We've got 10 minutes until we do the news.
Autogeddon says, do you have any tips for mixing heavy down-tuned guitars to stop them sounding muddy and competing with the bass? I'm struggling with the EQ. Any ideas? Yeah, filter.
Roll off that useless bottom end.
Yeah. I mean, it must be hard because if you're down-tuning guitars, and that's the thing about all of these sort of baritone and down-tuned guitars is it's interfering with the bass, with bass frequencies.
And also, we don't know necessarily. I mean, you're saying mixing heavy down-tuned guitars. Yeah. I would say you want to get heavy tones that are super, super tight. So if you're going jump, it's no good having an amp setting that's going flubbity flub 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 flubbity flub flub flub, because it's going to make it impossible to get any definition and anything other than just wobbly bottom end. Even though you're pitching quite low, we're not talking sub frequencies here. We're not talking below 60 hertz.
No.
So roll off up to 100 at the very, very least.
At the least, I'd say. At the least.
You might find it changes the tone a little bit, but you will also find it cleans up your mix and you get some more definition in those parts.
Yeah, it really is. It's like guitar in isolation is vastly different to how it sounds in a mix. If you actually solo guitar, in a mix. William says, "Good evening, Paul and James." Oh, thanks, mate. Have we done this? Did we do this? Hang
on, there's another one. Sorry, there's another one coming. Sorry, there's another one. Boom.
Fender 1960 CS. Thank you, mate. That's very kind. He said, "Hello, guys. It's me again. Here to drop a thumbs up and listen while at work. Take care and keep up the good work. Cheers, Fender 1960.
Thank you very much indeed.
Lovely guitar, that is.
Yarp. Right, where were we? Hang on a second. Yeah, boom, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, bogey. He said, talk about reverb. Rhett Scholl's video with James Santiago and Tim Pierce on the plate reverb was a great watch. UAFX pedals, Santiago's passion project, have their game on with their pedals. Yeah, they're really good pedals. Really good. I mean, I've got 2 on my board as we speak at the moment. I think that UAFX stuff's really good.
Also have to give a shout out to Tor about that, because obviously Tor coming on board with UA was a big a big push for their pedal division.
Yeah, definitely. Mike Blue, Studer.
Yeah, it wasn't Studer. I was trying to think of the name of the tape brand, but it wasn't Studer.
Didi Franks, a Stoke Forge threatened to replace him with a drum machine. Yeah, threatened to replace him with a drum machine. Good man. MXR M300, which is a really good reverb, to me sounds great, much better than the Hoff 2, which really is a very good pedal. Yeah, I agree. The M300 is really good. I set up one of them. Really good. Tone Dragon clicks on unsubscribe. Ha, JK. Gordon, hi, I can't see the noise suppressor in my Tone Studio for Boss Katana Mark II. What can I do? It's definitely in there.
Yeah, it can't not be. It's part of the OS.
Yeah, maybe it just says NS or something like that. I can't remember. It's definitely in there. Aristotle's, I played in an HC hardcore punk band. It was fun. Wrote the songs too. Nice one.
Very cool.
Didi Franks, hi Rats. Is the Boss ME90 something you would demo? You obviously don't watch the channel. Yes, because I've done the whole. I did the launch video for the ME90. And there is I've created a preset. So the boss asked me to create a preset pack for the ME90, and I need to get round. So I've created all the presets. I just need to upload all of them in certain categories.
Nice.
Music Nerd, I would love it. I adore Amplified Nation. There we go. It's yours, mate.
Music Nerd, where are you in the world? Because that might change things.
Yeah, I'm up for swaps as well. I'll probably be up for swaps, but I need it for a bit just to make the video and to do a bunch of captures. But once I've done that, it'll be moving on. Rumi, coffee and thanks, Rumi. Coffee or beer therapy money for Paul. Wishing speedy recovery from the Marshall reverb pedal suggestion. Yeah, I'm still not feeling right about that. Aaron Hallam says, can you get decent distortion from solid state mixing desk? I understand territorial pissing guitars was recorded. Territorial pissings guitar was recorded straight into a desk, but probably in tape days. Yes, you can. You can't get a decent distortion. So mixing console preamps tend to fuzz.
The Revolution guitar sound, the John Lennon thing, was done with two RCA pre's into each other, so you get a kind of noise.
Yeah,
bloody horrible noise, but it worked.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. It tends to be more of a fuzz tone. There's lots of companies that make like a Neve style fuzz pedal. I don't know why, because you tend to think that consoles should be ultra clean and stuff. But
turn the gain up high enough, anything will distort, won't it?
Yeah, but it distorts in a nice way, but not. I don't like it.
It's all to do with frequency response, isn't it? Because guitar frequency response is very much there in the mid band, whereas the EQs and the preamps on desks are very much designed to be full spectrum.
That's an interesting thought. I wonder if that is the case of why it tends to fuzz, other than maybe I'd like to explore that a bit more. I'm being put right. Aristotle Dukas, no, that Rivera ear fenders are not hand wired nor point to point. That's what I thought as well. I don't think they're either. Still sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. If it sounds good, it's good. Rumi, when local bands come to my studio, I let them play the important guitars, but I never my personal custom shop guitars. When it comes to amps, I let them play my Freedmans and hand-wired Princeton and Vox. Nice. Yeah, amps haven't got a problem, but there's 2 or 3 guitars in here that I'd go, no, do you know what? No. Yeah, you don't want someone someone sort of smacking the crap out of a guitar when it's your pride and joy, whatever. That's why I get that. That's why you get relics. Aristotle's, damn you, autocorrect. We understood what you meant, mate. It's all good. Yeah. Gary says, sometimes I miss my Rivera TBR1 stereo tube amp. Nice. I know that one. That's cool, isn't it? Stereo tube amp. Pet says, the chord wheel. I have that book. I used it to reference when I taught music in college. Ha ha. Nice. Yeah, I've never heard of it before. David Ashcroft, circular fifth wheel. Yep. Oh, basically, I can now play any song by Gary Moore. Yeah. Dodgy guitarist, circular fifths, isn't it? That's everyone knows about me. I don't know anything. I don't even know why I do this. My actual, but I want it to be like, right, do that, it'll work. And that's what I got it for. I thought for a tenner, it's worth the metaphorical cheeky punt. Nice. Pet says, at David, at Dodgy the One, I have looks at what chords fit in each key and secondary dominant options, etc. Great for referencing. Nice. Rich Switzer, Ovarian. Atari. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. Atari radar. Of course it was. Not Atari. Otari. Why a variant? I don't know how you got that. He's corrected it. It's obviously it's a okay, I see. It's the but yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. I promise. Tony says, hey guys, just want to let you know I was here, saw the video on your new amp build. It should be a great amp, hoping to get one when it launches. Nice one. Will there be pre-orders? Yeah, to be honest, we haven't got that far yet. Don't know yet. So what is interesting, I had a meeting with a buddy of mine who is in the Americas about how we go about getting amps over the pond, and it looks very promising about how we can do that and get stuff. So
There is a plan in place. Obviously, that we'll probably do a pre-order or something like that, or I want to say something like Indiegogo or something like that. But the numbers are so high for those sort of things, and it's
no. We need to get distributor out there. I can't see how we send stuff straight out to the US. And
there's a plan. There's a plan. Otari, yes.
There we go. He's saying, thanks, Pet. He will invest in one. Cheers, Dodgy.
Yeah.
Jet Phaser and Space Echo, Hawkwind and Hendrix jamming at the same time. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, like that.
David Ashcroft, Pet, cheers. I want one to replace my homemade one.
Defo. Right. Time for the news.
It's time for the news. Okay. Let's there we go. Sorry, I'm talking through exactly what I've got to do. There we go. Right.
Boom.
So Fender released the Fender Ventera 2 bass 5. They've got a bass 5, which is cool.
If they're anything like as good as the Ventera ones, they'll be brilliant, because we tried a couple of Ventera tellies, didn't they? And it's a really good guitar.
Yeah, I'm quite excited about the new bass 5. Look at it, $1,215. Let's have a look. Let me do this. There we go. Up. Oh man, going crazy. Yeah, nice.
Like
yeah. So still over $1,000. So I'm guessing they're Mexican ones. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very nice.
Like load of. They've got a 70s Mustang, but it's got speed stripes on it. Nice.
Lovely.
Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? The old.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't a massive fan. I've never been a massive fan of the big 70s headstock. I think it just looks out of place on a.
I quite like that, but hang on, as mine.
You haven't got a 70s.
No, but the headstock on the no, don't mind me. It's all right.
Yep. Headrush have got a new thingy, multi effects thing. I don't know. I'm just a bit bored with it all now.
But you didn't like the MX5, and I did, and I think I would like this as well, because it's of the same sort of ilk as the 11 rack and stuff like that, and I like it still.
Yeah, this has got the it's got the new version with the auto tune built in.
Mm-hmm. And it can also do captures.
Yes, it can do captures. Well, the big one can do captures. I don't know if this definitely can.
This I think does captures.
Does it as well? Okay, so it's $800. So about $800. That's not bad, is it?
No.
If it does captures, that's fantastic, and it does it well.
Mm.
That's that sort of Tonex territory, isn't it? It's double the price of Tonex, but even so,
but it's got a lot in it.
Yeah, it's got a lot with all the effects and stuff. That's quite a good buy.
Mm.
Keeley released the Noble Screamer, so it's got a Noble's ODR1 and a Tube Screamer in one pedal.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? $260 though, so it ain't cheap.
How much is the Nobles? About 100 and...
No, they're cheap. Noble's pedals are cheap. The ODR ones that's a cheap pedal. You used to be able to pick them up brand new for about 60 quid. I don't know what they are now. They're obviously going to be more than that now, but
yeah,
they were considered quite a budget pedal. Even though it's a great and widely used pedal, it was quite a budget one. Crazy Tube Circuits Sidekick, which is the modulation, delay, and reverb pedal.
That looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look good. I don't know what's going on. It's got a little side pedal you can get on it.
Tap tempo?
Huh?
Is it tap tempo?
I'm a little bit confused. It might be. So what's that? And then what's that?
Ooh.
I'm really confused. You've got like a triple pedal and you've got a double pedal. So unless, what the hell is it? I've got to click on it now. So the Crazy Tube Circuit Sidekick, it's got 3 pedals. And that's called the Sidekick as well. And it's got 2 pedals. I'm really confused.
Don't know. Looks nice though.
Yeah, it does look nice. Yes.
I like that.
How much is it? How much do you think? Go on. How much do you think? You can have a guess.
300 quid.
I reckon 259. 289.
Oh, split the difference.
I thought this looked great.
Yeah, I like that.
Isn't that great? So
that's awesome.
Gene Simmons Bass. How great does that look?
$1 million.
$1 million. Yeah. How much do you think? Because obviously, I mean, Gene Simmons is another sort of James Hetfield, you know, making lollipops or whatever he's doing now. It's, you know, he loves a bit of you know, extra money coming in.
I reckon $3,000.
Right. Let's have a look at it again. It's Gibson.
Yeah, I reckon 3.
Okay. Over £7,000 in the UK, 6.5 in the States.
Whoa.
You've got to be a Kiss. You've got to be some sort of Kiss fan for that.
Yeah.
And lastly, how great does that look?
Oh, I want one.
Yeah. So it's got the 30th anniversary. I don't know if all of them have Floyd Roses.
No, they don't. Only that one.
Only that one. Yeah, but oh no, great. So, oh, I do like them. Oh, but look at that. Look at the wood on that. That is great, isn't it?
Is it wrong that I really like his hair?
Oh, Jesus.
Look at that, though. There is a man growing old disgracefully and loving it.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely growing old disgracefully. I love that.
How much?
Do you know what? If I couldn't see who that was and I saw that bend, I'd know exactly who that was.
If I didn't know whose face it was, I think it was my dad.
No, if I could only see this bit,
yeah,
if I could see that, I'd know exactly who that was.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What a great player.
How much?
Oh, I mean, look at that one. That's so good. Even I want that one with the Floyd Rose. I don't care if it's got Floyd Rose. I want it. I don't know. I do not know how much they are. Lots of money.
Oh,
lots of money. Probably $5,000. I would have thought. Buy now. Let's buy now. Let's have a look. Sweetwater. Let's have a look. Buy now. Come on.
Oh. Not horrendous.
Oh, I mean, it's a lot of money. It's not, but it's not horrendous.
It's not a Gene Simmons bass, is it? That would hang on most people's walls and never get played. That'd be my number one guitar.
Yeah, no, but you're right. That's a nice guitar. That they do make some cracking instruments.
Mm.
Oh, it comes in a mono bag. That's good.
Yeah,
good. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm out.
There we go.
I like that a lot.
Well, let's get in. Boom. Here we go.
Funky says, I quite like the Ventera 2 range, especially now that they have the rosewood fingerboards. I'm intrigued by their bass 6, but really like the telly bass with the massive neck humbucker. Yes.
Yeah.
Michael Vondenhoff, Ventera looks like a Fender Area 51 to me.
It's good stuff, that Ventera range. It really is.
Ventera looks like Fender got too close to it. Oh, I see. Very good. The Soap Forge, have you guys heard the Fable pedal from Morris Audio?
I'm going to go with yes at this point.
There it is.
Give me that one by any chance.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Walrus stuff's great. Yes, if you like unusual delay type things, it's great. I'm not really the sort of guitar player that uses like lots of unusual pitchy delays and stuff and reverbs and stuff. But if you're that sort of person, you can't go wrong with that. Brilliant. All Walrus stuff is great. Really good.
But read on, it's good.
Oh, sorry. It's sort of a lo-fi delay, phenomenal sound. My wife got it for me as a gift for our 13th year anniversary. How cool is that? Oh, nice one.
Well, that your wife needs to get that for you for your anniversary. That's pretty cool. You've trained her well.
Yes. No, that's a really no, that's a nice thing. Very nice, mate. David Rose, Jimi Hendrix, Jive and I are together on the 70s Fender headstock. Gene better come to my house for $7,000. Yes.
Yeah, deliver it personally. Yeah.
Yeah. Funky bass, that Gibson Gene Simmons EBO with the mud bucket pickup in the bridge position is probably a very cool bass. But you can get a 1959 original EBO from Guitar for 5K. There you go. See, what would you rather get?
I'd rather the original, yeah, any day.
No doubt. Delta Fit, as an owner of the Luke 3, they're amazing guitars. The only thing is they're really small vintage frets, which I'm not a big fan of, but they're still great. I think, yeah, and the necks are quite narrow, which I'm not a massive fan of.
It'd be like playing my Eggle, but with a slight variation on a theme.
Yes, very much so. Autogeddon 1. Hi, James. What's coming up on the second channel?
Video going live tomorrow on a little drum mixing trick. Yes, I know. I said I wouldn't do all drums, but drums are pretty important in a mix. So that's going to be the next thing that comes out.
Nice.
Hopefully you will like it.
Jeff, the so-called 70s headstock started in late 65. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Joe Marshall, fellas, I should upgrade my Epiphone SG with a Bigsby and the Peter Green style out of phase wiring. I would say no and no.
If it sounds great, which it probably does, and stays in tune, no.
I don't think. I mean, I would.
Unless you mean chop it in and get a real Gibson one.
No, I don't think he means that. I think it's the Peter Green wiring thing. I mean, you can't say it's wrong of us to say no. I think if that's the sort of sound that you like, that's fantastic, and definitely do it. Bigsby on an SG, I guess it might sort of balance out the weight of the SG a bit. Bigsby's really heavy on a guitar; they really add to the weight of the guitar. I mean, my Gretsch, which is a completely hollow Gretsch, has got a Bigsby on it, and that makes it really heavy. Well, that guitar will be feather light without it. You can, who make it? Duesenberg make a Bigsby style tremolo, which I don't think is which you don't have to drill anything into, and it'll fit on an SG. I think might be worth looking into that as well. But if that's what you like, go for it. Why not?
Yeah. And also, if you're doing it to an Epiphone SG, it's not like you're doing it to a 1960s SG.
It's true. That's very true.
You're doing it to a relatively inexpensive guitar. So
yeah, I would hate that to be his favorite guitar, and then he does it, and then he goes, "Oh God, what have I done?" That's mainly. Emil says, seen lots of tellies on the channel, but never a Bigsby one. Not a fan. Not a fan of
not seeing a Bigsby on a.
Am I not a fan? Am I not a fan of a Bigsby on a telly? I just think Bigsby's make things really heavy. I love Bigsby. I love the way they sound. I think they're brilliant because they almost. I'll show you. Okay, it's probably the video. They almost hold tuning as you play a chord.
That one doesn't.
Okay, so I'm more or less in tune. If I play a chord, if you listen to the way that it sort of keeps the tuning, and it's a really unique sound, and I love this. I'm trying to show you the springiness of it. It's really unique sound, but I think they work really, really well on a Gretsch. I don't think I've ever tried a telly that I've liked with one, but
nice.
So nice. Joe Marshall, thanks guys. I'll have a think. Well, let us know what you do, Joe. Yeah, I'd like to see it. Michael says, I saw a telly with the Bigsby the other day. may work, but it looks a bit weird to me.
I've seen one and gone, that's weird but cool. So
yeah. Funky bass, Duesenberg Les Trim. There we go. I want one for my 359. There we go.
Nice.
Caesar's Revenge. Did either of you gents ever try one of the budget-friendly Black Art amplifiers? I had a tech friend do the modifications. They were designed to take on the 15-watter, and I quite like it. Nice one. No, never tried that.
Not come across those.
Yeah, I've definitely seen them. I remember the logo, but I can't. No, never tried one.
Nice. Well, believe it or not, boys and girls,
we're done.
We're at the end of the questions. So,
an early night.
Yeah, early night. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We will be back next week with more of the same. Keep your questions coming in. There's loads of cool stuff going on the channel. We do have one big announcement to make.
Yes.
Yes.
What, the Tonex stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So all of the Tonex patches now are going to be, as opposed to just being on the ToneNet, on the IK Multimedia website, they're going to be available. Well, they are now available on our website. And for the moment, they're heavily reduced to £10 a pack.
A pack.
Because
so
we can't really work out how to change the price yet because we're not ready.
We can do guitars and amps and recording. Websites not really our thing. So there are 14 packs up there. We're doing them each for a tenner. So if anybody's interested, then head over to the downloads page on the studiorats.net, the studiorats.net. Head to the downloads page and you will see them there. They were captured at full resolution, so each one took about an hour and a half to do its magical learning thing. That's not draining, is it? At all.
That's take a long time.
So yes, so if you do fancy some of that, head over there. That will be marvelous. But we will see you next week for more of the same. But for now, take care, guys. Have a great week, and we will see you on the other side. No, everyone.
Cheers, guys.